Most people believe the Social Security system is a safety net. In reality, for many, it's a trap. You've been told there's a perfect age to start claiming, usually 62, 67, or 70. You listen to the government booklets, you talk to your friends, and you pick an age. You think you're being practical, but here is what the system doesn't want you to know. There is a specific, invisible, mathematical dead zone where taking your benefits early costs you hundreds of thousands of dollars in lifetime income. It is the silent killer of retirement dreams, and it's happening right under our noses. It's not about when you want to retire. It's about when the algorithm of your life creates the highest return. Today, I'm going to show you the math that no one shows you, why your choice of age is the single biggest financial decision you will ever make, and how one small, calculated delay can turn a surviving retirement into a thriving one. And stick around because I'm going to show you a bridging strategy that the ultra-wealthy use to wait until 70 without losing their quality of life today. We are conditioned to think about Social Security as a pot of money that we've earned and need to get back as soon as possible. This is the bird in the hand mentality. At 62, the check is there. It's real. It's cash. It's tempting. You see your friends taking it, you see the bills piling up, and you think, why not? It feels like you're winning by claiming early. But think about how we approach investments. If I told you there was an asset that grew by 8% guaranteed every year you waited to access it, you'd mortgage your house to put money into it. You'd treat it like the holy grail of finance. Yet, when it comes to Social Security, people rush to take the lowest possible payout. Why? Because of fear. We fear the system will run out of money, or we fear we won't live long enough to see the benefits. But here's the cold, hard math. Social Security is not a savings account you own. It's an insurance policy against living too long. If you treat it like a simple bank account, you lose the leverage. The kicker is that this 8% growth isn't just a number. It's a permanent inflation-adjusted raise for the rest of your life. And wait until you see the break-even analysis I've prepared for the average person, because the math on the early claim is much worse than you've been told. Most people look at the break-even age, the point where your total cumulative benefits from claiming late catch up to the total benefits of claiming early. It's usually around age 82 or 83. The average person says, well, I don't know if I'll live to 83, so I'll take it at 62. This is the most common, most destructive mistake in personal finance. You are treating Social Security like a gamble on your lifespan. But you should be treating it like longevity insurance. If you die at 75, it doesn't matter if you claimed early or late, you're gone. But if you live to 90, the difference between claiming at 62 and claiming at 70 is literally the difference between living in dignity and living on the edge of poverty. You are effectively betting against your own long-term health. Think about that. Are you betting that you'll die young, or are you preparing to live a long, full life? Now let's talk about the strategy the wealthy use. It's not just about your check, it's about the survivor benefit. If you are the higher earner, your decision on when to claim doesn't just affect you. It sets the baseline for your spouse's income for the rest of their life after you're gone. When you claim early, you are permanently shrinking your spouse's future safety net. That is a heavy price that most people don't consider until it's too late to change. There is a specific, rarely discussed strategy involving restricted applications that can maximize the household total. Many people think this was closed off years ago, but for certain age groups, there is still a window. I'll show you how to check if you qualify in just a moment, because missing this detail is like leaving a six-figure inheritance on the table. Let's crunch the real numbers. A $2,000 monthly benefit at full retirement age. Claim at 62 and you get 70%. That's $1,400. Wait until 70 and you get 124%. That's $2,480. That extra $1,080 a month isn't just a 77% increase in cash flow. It's the only asset that is guaranteed to rise with inflation for the next 20 plus years. In an era of volatile markets, Social Security is the only bond-like instrument that actually protects your purchasing power. If inflation hits 4%, your 8% growth becomes a shield. Most investment portfolios can't guarantee that kind of stability without significant risk. If you are currently 45 or 50, you have the greatest tool available to you: time. You can structure your other assets, your 401k, your IRA, to bridge the gap so you can afford to wait. You don't have to be a millionaire to do this. You just have to be organized. So what if you want to wait, but you need money now? You use the waterfall method. You tap your taxable brokerage accounts first, then your IRAs in a specific order to preserve your Social Security growth engine. You draw down your liquid assets to delay the government check. Most people deplete their cash and claim early. The smart ones build a bridge to 70. And here's the secret: the tax savings from better Roth conversions while you wait for Social Security often pay for the bridge themselves. It's not an expense, it's a swap. You are trading tax-deferred money for a tax-advantaged lifetime pension. You are essentially buying a higher monthly income at a discount. But there's a trap here. Many people try to bridge their income using high-interest debt or by liquidating assets at the wrong time during a market downturn. That's how you blow up your plan. I'll give you the golden rule for your bridge. Never touch your emergency fund to fund your retirement delay. If you're at that point, you need to adjust your spending, not your retirement age. The system is designed to reward those who take the money early because it lowers their long-term liability. The system wants you to be predictable. They want you to take the smaller check and move on. But your retirement is not a spreadsheet. It's your future. Choosing to wait is a statement that you are the kind of person who plans for the long game. You aren't just thinking about next year's vacation. You're thinking about your 85-year-old self who needs that security the most. This is about taking control of the variables you can influence. It is about moving from hoping the money lasts to knowing the check is locked in. Before we wrap up, I want you to consider one thing. The average Social Security recipient receives their benefits for about 20 years. That's 240 checks. If you increase that check by $1,000 through the delay strategy, that's $240,000 in additional lifetime value. That is not chump change. That is a new house, years of world travel, or the ability to pay for your grandchildren's education. When you look at it that way, is waiting really such a sacrifice? Or is it the most profitable investment you could ever make? If this deep dive into the Social Security math helped you see your retirement through a different lens, hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to ensure you don't miss the next breakdown. And tell me in the comments, what's the one financial goal you're postponing because you think it's too hard? Or, if you've already started your Social Security journey, what's the one thing you wish you knew before you signed the paperwork? I read every single one. Let's get to work and make sure you aren't leaving your future on the table. Your future self is counting on the decisions you make today. Let's make them count.